Hey guys, welcome back for another video, and in today's video we are going to compare Realme 7 Pro versus the newly upcoming Poco X3. Now we all can understand if we see the specifications that both these phones do offer great specs at a decent price, and these two are the most value for money phones right now. But if we compare these two phones, which one is the better choice, because both come in similar pricing? So in today's video, we are gonna tell you overall comparing the Realme 7 Pro and the Poco X2 and why another phone is better than the other. And unlike other YouTubers, we won't tell you that this phone has this better and this phone has that better, and so we cannot choose any one. But we are gonna give you a straight answer which one is better, and we are gonna compare right now. So let's start. First, we come to the display. The display of the Realme 7 Pro is AMOLED display. Finally, Realme gave an AMOLED display, and they chopped off the IPS LCD display from their Pro variants from now. So that means in Realme 8 also we can expect an AMOLED display, and with a higher refresh rate, because in Realme 7 Pro we only got a 60Hz refresh rate. And if we come to the Poco X3, like the Poco X2, the display is totally the same. 6.67-inch FHD plus IPS LCD display along with a 120Hz refresh rate like the Poco X2, and this also has a 120Hz touch sampling rate, whereas the touch sampling rate of Realme 7 Pro still remains at 60Hz. And this was about the display. If you ask me about the display, then many people would choose the 120Hz refresh rate LCD panel, but to be honest, I would recommend you the AMOLED panel, because first of all it's a super AMOLED display and you can see the size 6.4-inch and this is 6.67-inch. The Realme 7 Pro is a much more compact phone than the Poco X3 if you compare the display. Plus it is a AMOLED display, much better colors you will get always on display, you will get on-screen fingerprint scanners, and the Poco X3 display will charge more battery than the Realme 7 Pro because it's an IPS LCD display. So overall, the display points I'm gonna give to the Realme 7 Pro. Now next point, we move on to the processor. The processor of the Realme 7 Pro is Snapdragon 720G, and the processor of the Poco X3 is the Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 732G, probably the world's first phone to receive this processor. Both of these are the speed of both lies at 2.3 GHz, but 732G is a much better processor than the 720G. Though slightly upgraded, it's slightly upgraded than the 730G, which gave good competition to the 720G. But to be honest, both the processors have nearly same specs. Yeah, but slightly better if you want better gaming. If you're looking for the best gaming under that price, then I would recommend you in the processor range Poco X3. Now let's move on to the next topic, which is the camera. Sorry for these mistakes, and this is the camera. Now camera is a really important segment in this comparison because both flaunt a 64 megapixel camera along with 8 megapixel ultra wide camera and 2+2 MP cameras for design. Now, the Realme 7 Pro flaunts a Sony IMX682 main sensor, and the Poco X3 flaunts a Sony IMX686 main sensor. Now, let me tell you the difference. In Sony IMX682 sensor, you can record 4K videos at 30 FPS, whereas if you choose the Sony IMX686 sensor, then you can record 4K videos at 60 FPS. 30 and 60 FPS, not much of a difference, but still if you want to record good videos, then Sony IMX686 is the one you should go for. Let's come to the selfie camera. Both have a punch hole selfie camera. The Realme 7 Pro has a punch hole selfie camera in the corner, whereas the Poco has it in the middle. But the Poco X2 had 20 MP plus 2 MP an extra depth sensor, which was of no use, to be honest. I've used the Poco X2. And now selfie camera, Realme 7 Pro is much better, 32 megapixel selfie camera. The Poco X2 selfie camera was pretty average. Poco X3 same selfie camera, so we can expect the same result to happen, but the camera layout is much better than the Realme 7 Pro according to me. So overall, if you see camera here, of course Poco X3 is slightly better in the terms of rear camera, but overall if you see including the selfie as well, I would tell you that you should go for Realme 7 Pro here. Next thing we are going to talk about is the battery. This is also important because Poco leads in battery. 5100 mAh battery. I forgot the exact milliampere power. I am taking it as 5100 milliampere battery. And the Realme 7 Pro has a 4500 milliampere battery. So you can easily say that Poco X3 is better. But you know what? It is an IPS panel, so battery drains faster. But in AMOLED displays like the Realme 7 Pro, battery will turn slower. Plus, the Realme 7 Pro has a main plus point, which is a 65 watt super dart charge. But the thing is that fast charging in the long run destroys your battery. But still, if you see, the easily Realme 7 Pro will last 4 years and Poco X3 2 will last 4 years. So in this case, 65 watt charge is okay to go with. But 33 watt in Poco X3 will take around 65 minutes. Poco had officially teased that. And to be honest, here you should go with the Realme 7 Pro. Now let's move on to the next segment, which is the price. Now, price haven't officially been leaked. I only know the price of the Realme 7 Pro properly, which is 20,000, 19,999 for the 6 plus 128GB variant. We are gonna compare the price with the same variant, and the Poco X3 price, according to rumors, is rupees 19,000. As they want to give tough competition with Realme for this, they have kept the price 1,000 rupees shorter for the 6 plus 128GB variant. So now, if I tell you, you should go for the Realme 7 Pro. This is my final answer. Why? Because of a better display. It's an AMOLED display, of 65 watt super fast charging, of on-screen fingerprint, of a better selfie camera, and although it is a bit weaker build, but still, if you consider these points, I would recommend you to go with the Realme 7 Pro, because Poco X3 does not support a super fast 65 watt charge, nor it has an AMOLED display. I've used the Poco X2 as well as the Realme X2. If you see that both these phones are a bit upgraded version of the 7 Pro and X3. So yeah, I would overall recommend you the Realme 7 Pro over the Poco X3, and this was what we had to talk about in this video. Hope you liked it. And the unboxing which we showed you about the Poco X3 is of a leaked unboxing. It's not official unboxing. So thanks for watching and stay tuned till our next video arrives. Until then, bye.